author of The War for Late Night, Bill Carter, and former George W. Bush political director and chairman of the American Conservative Union, Matt Schlapp. Gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about. Let's dissect how Donald Trump has done this so effectively. Bill, I want to start with you. Just for example, let me put up how many media mentions Donald Trump gets. This is all media, press, everything, compared to his rivals. He has gotten 18 million, okay? This is on television, in newspapers, websites. Look at the closest competitor, Hillary Clinton, with just 5 million. Bernie Sanders, 5 million. How does Donald Trump do it, Bill?
Well, he is a celebrity. He started out as a celebrity. He's also really skillful at this. Anybody who spent the last 25 years in New York has seen this guy do this locally. He's been on, the tabloids forever. He's got great skill at this. Plus, I think this race is more intense than anyone expected, and there's more media than there's ever been before. So there's more opportunity to spread it out, and he's really good at that.
Matt, here's the crazy thing. Because he gets so many media mentions, he doesn't have to spend the money that the other candidates have to spend. Look at the figures. Just compare it to what Hillary Clinton has spent. This is her third quarter fundraising and spending, okay? She has fundraised almost $30 million. She spent $25 million. Look at Trump. $3.9 million. He's only spent $1.5 million. I think media buys, advertising, that's really expensive. He doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, it's driving Bernie Sanders crazy because the rich are getting richer. And he flies around in first class in that big jet and helicopters. He's doing it in style. The fact is that running for president has changed a lot, and Donald Trump has brought a lot of change and innovation to the process. He has no shame. He doesn't seem to reach a saturation point, and the American people can't get enough.
I don't know if it's called flying first class when you own the jet.
That's right. It's self-class.
That's yet another level. But Bill, here's the question, and even I in the media don't know this because it's a chicken and egg question. Are we giving him so much media coverage because he gets buzz, or does he have buzz because we're giving him so much media coverage?
No, I think it works both ways, obviously, but you have to say what he's doing is something people are interested in, because when he does appear on 60 Minutes, and certainly when he's going to be on Saturday Night Live, the ratings do go up, so the interest is there. It's not being manufactured. It is there. And the media says, hey, we need him. He pumps up our numbers. Let's book him. Let's book him. Everyone wants to book him.
So, Matt, what can the other candidates do to take a page from that? What could Carly Fiorina do? I mean, she got that big bump after the debate and then sort of dropped off the radar. So how can they seize some of that media interest?
Well, in fairness to Carly and to some of these other Republicans, CNN aired the first Democratic debate. There's all this conversation about Joe Biden. We're having all this conversation about Paul Ryan. So other political topics are jumping in. But what Donald Trump is doing, which is so unique, and if you look at the social media, especially on Twitter, is he's not afraid to say things that are sometimes controversial. Hey, sometimes they're over the line. He says real things to people, and that's what social media is all about. It's a small little packet, and there's authenticity and something real about it. And I'm noticing the other Republican candidates, they're getting better at their social media because of it. It's not so much about hawking hats and shirts from their campaign shop. It's more about talking about real issues that makes the field better.
Matt, to your point, listen to this. This is an incredible little window into what Donald Trump is doing based on his book, The Art of the Deal. This is from 1987. Let me read you an excerpt. People want to believe that something is the biggest and the greatest and the most spectacular. I call it truthful hyperbole. It is an innocent form of exaggeration, and it is a very effective form of promotion.
That's a definition. Yes.
He knew how to play it, and he's continued to just hone that.
He just says it's the biggest, it's the greatest. And people come back and say, no, it isn't, but he's already said it, and people like that. They like hearing it. The one thing is he's getting away with saying things that other people wouldn't, because of this sort of bombast and bluster he's always had. And you notice the other candidates trying. I mean, Carson has said some pretty out there things, and it's helping him, actually. It is helping him a little bit. But it's a risk for other candidates, because if you're really kind of a candidate who's a politician, you get called on it more than a guy who's a celebrity. I mean, that's just what's happening.
So last night, Donald Trump was supposed to be on Jimmy Kimmel, but something happened or went wrong. Let's listen to Jimmy Kimmel's explanation of why Donald Trump didn't show up.
Donald Trump was supposed to be here tonight. And now he's glad he didn't come, I guess. They were cryptic as to why he canceled. They said he has a major political commitment, but he did want me to relay the message to you that if he had been here, he would have been great.
So what was that major political commitment he had?
Well, nobody's really cleared that up. And, you know, these guys have public schedules a lot, so it's sort of odd. That's an unusual one. And I think it's also indicative. He said he would come back, so I don't think he's angry with Jimmy Kimmel.
But you do think there's a backstory?
There must be. Well, why would he cancel? He wants to be out there, and it had been promoted, so Donald usually that comes through. He's very reliable that way.
All right, we'll try to get to the bottom of that. Matt and Bill, thanks so much. Always interesting to talk about this with you.